Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Time for another video. And today we should be talking about, or I will be talking about, living in the new heart center, which seems to be the place where many of us are going and living from. And it's quite an incredible change. And it is a change, it's a shift, it's a major shift that I see wonderful things happening around. I see amazing things manifesting and touching other people's lives and connecting with new people and enjoying literally that new higher dimensional consciousness where we're able to connect with this reality and be able to function properly and normally without being triggered and without having those thoughts, those low vibrational thoughts, and being able to transcend those energies and still pull down the higher consciousness, the higher way of thinking, and being centered in the heart, yes, down here a little bit, and just feeling everything that's going on and following that flow of feeling, that essence. And this past week I've connected with an amazing group of individuals that just seem to materialize, and it's almost like a live dot-to-dot book is being formed, all of these connections, and finally the connection is made. This person is doing this, I've thought about this before, and this combined energy is manifesting amazing things. And yes, I'm focused on a project that is working towards a solution for ending global poverty, and that in its own way is a higher level of consciousness. We know we have issues, but it's not the issues we're focused on, it's finding the solutions, and all of those solutions we have in our hands, we have in our mind, we have in our body, we have in our soul. And it's collectively educating about the power that we truly have, and that heart-centered way of living, that feeling. It's not living, it's feeling. It's feeling our way through life, doing the things that please us and bring pleasure to us, connecting with people that have like mindsets and thought processes and share a common dream and vision. And many have written about the small percentage of people that are necessary to create the shift. I can see it here and now, in this very moment, the things that are going on, not only within my life, but in other people's lives, how their lives are shifting dynamically. And all of the triggers that we're working with are a direct response to our call to shift our consciousness. And the work that we're doing is relatively straightforward and simple because it comes from the heart. It's real, it's genuine, and it's going to happen. And why is it going to happen? Because we can. We're not forcing anything to happen, we're just connecting with people. And we're sharing ideas, and those ideas are manifesting into a reality. And that's the wonderful thing that I see happening right now, is this shift to heart-centered living. And it is that feeling, you know, all of those feelings, the intuition, the things that are presented to you, how we process them through our mind and through our logic is completely different. We seem to be processing them from a completely different place. Signs, synchronicities, dream state is going off the planet. It's crazy what things I'm seeing and what things I'm dreaming and what others are thinking, seeing and dreaming. And all of these things are real. They're happening. They're there. And whether there's a higher purpose, whatever the higher purpose is, it doesn't really matter. We are getting these messages for a reason, whether it's to help us in our life or to allow us to resonate with a certain situation that's going on and to sense what else is going on around the world, because there is a massive shift going on. And Mother Nature is also showing her wrath, showing her power, because the imbalance is present. And what goes around comes around, and we will forever be dealing with environmental disasters, ecological situations. But when we take everything back to ourselves, we look at those things in our own life, we can deal with everything and anything as long as we process it from a different perspective, from a different center, from that heart center, not from our mind. Our mind is influenced now by our heart. And there's many scientific studies done on the power of the heart and the power of that emission, the emissions that we radiate when we're in this energy. One of the other things that I see happening is the ability to walk away from situations and allow things to just be without being drawn into a debate or an issue or an argument. It's okay, time to walk away. I've said what I need to say, and that's it. There's nothing more to add. And what seems to be happening is that these thoughts and this sharing of knowledge and wisdom has an impact. It may not be immediate, but it does eventually happen. And we are influencing people by our communications, by our words, through our voice, through our touch. It's incredible. It's so powerful. And many of us have had these skills, these powers, but they've been suppressed. And, I know when I'm communicating with my students, the effect that I'm having on them, not only psychologically, but their physical self. And the question is, what are you doing? I'm not doing anything. I'm being me. I'm not commanding energy. I'm not directing energy. I'm just being me. And I'm the same as now. I'm just being me. I'm talking from my heart. And I'm talking from my soul. I'm talking from a position of love. And that love is pure. And I've gone through this tremendous processing of my whole life, my previous lives, all of my incarnations, how I've been with others, how I interact with others, the things I've contributed, the things I've taken. And I realized that the life that I've lived was an illusion. And now I'm living in a real way, with a sense of purpose, with a sense of achievement, with a sense of passion, with a sense that I've never felt before in my life. Yes, I've had relationships with individuals that have been all from the heart, and those relationships grew and grew and grew. And eventually what happened was the ego took over, because I hadn't figured out this balance between the ego and the heart. And our intentions are always good, in most cases. And we learn from these life experiences. And yes, there are many occasions when I wish that these certain individuals could be in my life today. And I relish those moments and those memories. And they are the essence that came from those relationships is still present, is part of me. And it will always remain with me. And there's no reason for me to discard it or to discredit it or to badmouth anyone. The experiences were a pleasure. I did what I did for a reason, which was from the heart. And whatever happened, happened. I can't change that. But I can only present myself in a new way, as a new person, as the new man, as the new love, and moving forward with a new conscious way of living, having expanded the mind, having gotten rid of all of, or most of, as much as I can, all of the low vibrational thought patterns. And this is what awakening is about, ascension is about, being the love that we have so unfortunately suppressed. We've never begun to really appreciate who we are. Receiving gratitude, receiving appreciation, receiving thanks. It's normally a one-way street. And now that dynamic is changing. It's real, it's happening. And that shift in consciousness may not be present physically in what we see and how we see things on a day-by-day basis because of the global picture or the mass media picture that they want us to see. But look around you. Look at all of the people around you. Look at the home in which you live. And look at the energy that's being produced from your own energy. Sharing common energy. sharing common thoughts and sharing common visions, and also sharing everything from the heart. On that note, I'm sending you lots of love, positive energy, and a very important message. Start to live from your heart, because that is the power that's going to bring everything that you possibly could ever dream of and need. Namaste.